Welcome to Dubuque Regional Airport. This is something different, I'd say. I'm gonna take myself out of your view here so you can have a nice look. This is XP12, as you probably can see. And I'm in love. I'm sitting here watching the clouds go by. It's windy. There's an overcast layer at 700 feet, and there's a bit of a mist. but above the clouds, the sky is blue. Now this is just too gorgeous for words. And I don't even know where to begin. But I could start with telling you what we're going to be flying. We're going to be flying a Cessna 172. Now, how boring. After spending a lot of time in the Beaver, who is going to be interested in flying a Cessna 172? Well, this isn't any old Cessna 172. This is the AirFoilLabs Cessna 172 NG. And I've been flying it in XP12 for quite a while, and it's an absolute masterpiece. It's also too good to be true, and now it's just today it came to XP12, and I'm just gonna take it for a very short flight. I might extend it, but I'm planning just to fly southwest from Dubuque Regional, which is Delta Bravo Quebec. Follow Highway 151 to the southwest to Monticello Regional. Mike X-Ray Oscar. That's 23 miles. So that's a very short flight. And the reason I'm doing that short flight is just so that I can have time enough to just have a look at the airplane, just see if it works, and see if there are any quirks that I need to address. And also because it's 1 o'clock in the night here in Norway, so I don't have time to really get into it. But I wanted to have a little bit of a flight for this plane, just to try it out. So I gotta say, the outside modeling leaves a little bit of something to be desired. This is a shadow bug that is, I think it's all over X-Plane. You see, the modeling is a bit shabby. Yeah, there's reflections. So, but I mean, it's yeah, you can see it's not that impressive. You can see, I mean, the resolution here is pretty bad. And it's got this horrific Cessna 172 Sierra Papa. That's so boring. And the windows aren't transparent, and you know, it's pretty crappy. Just ignore that little bug there. So yeah. Oh wait, what is this? Is this the one? I think this might be the one. I was looking at the wrong plane. Yeah. Nope. AirFoilLabs. They know what they're doing. This is the one. It's very, very, very well modeled. Down to basically down to the rivet. This is as good as it gets. And I'm not sure if there's any way I can show that with the current lighting condition. Just we'll just see how it looks when we get going. Let me just pull up the flashlight, see if that changes. Well, that might be working. So you can just have a look at the level of detail here. Yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. This is a very cool livery, by the way, with this. Yeah, I guess it's a hawk. I mean, it's a skyhawk. Yep. So, did you see me talking about this Cessna? Did you catch my little gag there? Well, anyway, this is this is the one. So I'm gonna do a walk around, which I am. This is the walk around feature for the AirFoilLabs plane, and I mean, look at this, David. Look at the clouds moving. It's really windy here. I'm having real life weather here. Overcast 700 feet and 14 knots wind. This is just, I mean, X-Plane. Gotta love X-Plane. I've been sitting here watching holes in the clouds move past. Hey, look at that. It's just, yeah, ugh. I could just be sitting here on the ramp. Yeah, exactly. That's the same. I'm at the same airport. I gotta get going before it gets thoroughly dark here. So I'm gonna open the door and have a seat. Take out that, and I'm gonna put on some lights here. Have a look at that beamer driving around. Gonna put on some lights here. Okay, everything looks okay here. Go away! Go away! Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna be on the shoddy side with the walk around here. To take the chocks out. Tie down. Pitot cover. And I'm gonna check the... Didn't I just take out the... Why can't I move that? Did I forget something here? Didn't I get that thing out? Yeah, it's movable, so it should be working. Maybe it's a bug. So usually when you're clicking the elevator, you should be able to move it around, but it doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, let's have a look in the baggage compartment. Yep, that's all my stuff. And check the static port. Seems to be clear. And it's a really detailed, so you can have a look at all these kind of different things. Okay, this one was working. Very good. There's a gust lock here. Move that around. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Okay, there's a tie down back here as well. And thanks for joining the stream, by the way. The graphics are indeed amazing. Fee fuck sucks. It's almost like that game that people play. What is it? GTA? Microsoft Flight Sim? Battlefield? I don't know what it is. Just kidding. No, not really. Is this stuck? Or is it moving? It's not moving. Well, I'll see if I can move it when I am in the plane. That goes out. Check oil. There is oil. Put that back and close it up. And you can actually step onto the to the side here and have a look at the. You can sump the fuel. 25 gallons. It's fine. Perfect. Full fuel. Check the wing here. Seems fine. Take that out. And I have to do this because because I can. Take that out, and I can take that out. And in the AirFoilLabs plane, you can inspect all of these things. You can just click on things, fuel flow transducer, and you can read a little bit about it, and you can put in failure scenarios, and you can click on everything: fuel lines, magnetos, cylinders, top and bottom spark plugs, fuel lines, oil lines, filters, electrical system, magnetos, flywheel, you name it, they've got it. Shimmies, shimmy dampers on the wheels. If you are too rough on your landings, you will wear them out. You will wear out the tires. It's a circus. Yeah, you can actually open this little hatch here when it's sitting on the ramp here. It's pretty neat. And that little hatch was for the ground power unit, if you want to save on electricity. I think this is the only way I would do browns on a plane. What do you mean browns? And what do you mean shore power? 25 gallons, that's fine. And this part of the wing looks fine. The color, well, yeah. Well, usually I trend towards brighter colors too, but this one is just too cool. So anyway, I need to get going. I mean, the sun is quickly setting here. And I have some scud running to do. I may or may not have forgotten something here, so we will find out. Put on track IR. Oh, can I keep the flashlight on for a while here? Okay. Let's see here. Just gonna connect my yoke here to make that up and running. It's gonna have an ugly sound here in a while. I'm gonna make it go away, so just wait. Yeah, there it is. That's a bug with the runner software, and it's gone. It's a conflict with the brakes. There were some other issues with the Brunner yoke system here previously, which made the yoke and the pedals wiggle. That is fixed apparently. It seems like it for now at least, but the brake still has that sound. It's gonna go away when I release the parking brake. All right, let's get this show on the road. Key. And put on that, bacon on, nav on, and some lights here. And let's see if I can get this started. I mean, this plane is sometimes on the cranky side. Check for all these circuit breakers. Okay, let's prime it. We've got fuel, flow, and it should be enough. Let's go with that. Okay, take out the flashlight here. See outside here. Any people wandering around into the propeller? Nope. Oy vey, that was an abrupt start. And the oil pressure is through the roof, so that's nice. Jesus. It was redlining. That's nice. That's a good start. I call that a good start. Solid oil pressure. Alternator and avionics on. Didn't I get any light here? Is that all I can get? That is pretty, or maybe I don't have enough battery. It is charging. So what's going on here? Am I missing something here? Yeah, I usually have to crank this plane for a long time to make it start, but that's not what happened now. What is going on with the lights here? Is that all I can get from those? Okay, well, that's fine. Maybe it's just dark. I think I may have to be... is the key still on start? That's a good question. I don't think so. It should go back. No, it's on both. I'm gonna do something I rarely do, which is a compromise for my own comfort and also for the stream to be able to see something. I'm gonna turn back the time 3/4 of an hour. I know, it's horrific. It's monstrous. It's despicable. It's abominable. But here you go. I just did it. Anyway. Then I can turn these off. For whatever good they did. Just have a look outside now, just to see. It has been raining. So here's the lovely Cessna I was inspecting in the beginning. And here you can see the level of detail that AirFoilLabs don't put into their plane. And I'm just gonna have a quick look at this one, which is ever so slightly different. Oh, by the way, the sound. Oh, I gotta put the pilot in. Show pilot when outside. That makes more sense. The car looks stupid when there's no people inside. The sound of this plane. Look at that. Here, listen to this. Isn't that gorgeous? I of course have bush wheels on this plane. Anyway, let's get it going. Oil pressure is getting down into the green. That's a good thing at least. All right. I was gonna have everything on full here, but something like this. I'm going to be scud running. I'm not going to spend any time on avionics. For one thing, I'm not very fond of glass panels. I can live with it in a plane like this, though. Okay, wind 180 at 14. So that will be runway 15. Let me set that up. 15. So I'll make a right turn and follow taxiway Alpha over to... What I made? What? I was looking at the wrong airport. There's a 18 here, so that's even better. So I'm gonna set the CDI. No, wait a minute. This is on hectopascal. How do you change that? I know that I've changed the altimeter setting here, but I don't remember where it is. There's probably some button here somewhere. Anyone have an idea how to do that? Change it to inches. By the way, while I'm still here on the ramp, I'm gonna connect to Pilot Edge just for my own reference. 245 Lima Golf, that's my call sign for the Skyhawk.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
And I'm gonna file a flight plan because I'm on this flight I'm tracking my Cessna here back from SimVenture, Oshkosh, back to the west coast. And part of doing that is to log the flights for the return, just for my own reference here. So what is it? DBQ. Okay, DBQ to KMXO. KMXO. I'm going to be cruising at 2,500 feet. And Bob's your uncle. Or aunt. Or whatever. Right, so if anybody watching have any idea how to change the altimeter to read inches instead of hectopascal, I would be very happy about that. I can set it to field elevation in the meantime. 1076, which should be there-ish. Alright, let's get these rolling here. Taxi lights. This doesn't look right. Let me see if I can get the fuel quantity. It's full. Look at this. This gauge never reads full. It always starts at around 30 gallons. Maybe that's correct though. No, I don't think so. Anyway. Frequency for CTAF is 119.5. 119.5. Too many decimals in these glass cockpits, I don't like it. So change that to that, and I'm gonna set the destination airport, which is 122.8. There it is. So the radios are set. I can monitor 1 to 1.5, which is guard frequency, in case ATC wants to have a shout at me. That's monitored. I'm gonna click that back to active there. Alright. Enough faffing around. Okay. So I'm at the tower ramp. The tower is just over there somewhere. And I'm gonna let's see here. Okay, so you're gonna have to survive hearing that that noise when I'm braking. Dubuque traffic, Beaver 524 Echo Alpha, taxiing runway 18, Dubuque. So the brakes at least work. So one of the things they need to model now, of course, is that when you drive over puddles of water like this, it should spray water, and you should be able to see that tires are getting wet. We never get happy because when some clever simulator company gives us a new feature of some kind, we will complain because that feature will kind of unlock the possibilities that something else needs to be fixed or improved or otherwise. changed. So we will never be happy. No wind data, it says. Okay. Well. Oh, transponder needs to come on here. Expander is on VFR. Good. Right, looks like I'm coming up on runway 18 here. Okay, see if the weather has changed any bit.
Approaching runway 18.
Oh, that sound is going to get old quickly here, I feel. I could just quickly check the ATIS 127.25 to see if the sim weather has anything different than what ForeFlight says. 127.25. This should, of course, have been something I did on the ramp, but I mean, this is a test flight. .25 is set.
Dubuque Regional Information Tango 2310 Zulu arriving runways 1318, departing runways 1318, weather, wind 180 degrees at 13 knots, visibility 7 miles, rain, sky conditions broken at 300, broken at 950, temperature 16, dew point 14, altimeter 2986, advise on initial contact you have information Tango.
Tango. Alright. Kind of weird radio bug here. I had to be opening up the mic, not the monitor of the COM2 radio. I had to have the mic set to that radio. That's unfortunate. Anyway. Wind 180 at 13, so that's directly down the nose when I get on the runway. Broken 300, that's very perfect, because then I get to see some clouds. I'm going to be just ignoring all the regulations for this flight. I'm going to try to avoid being in clouds at least. Visibility 7, according to this. According to ForeFlight, it's 4. But according to ForeFlight, it's 700 overcast, so that's better. But what the X-Plane shows is probably what the ATIS says. So that aileron goes up, that one goes down, and it goes up, and it comes down, and that goes up and down. Wait a minute. Is the rudder not moving? That would be slightly useless, I feel. Let me have a look outside. Rudder is not moving visibly. But it seems like the plane is moving with the rudder. It's kind of shifted to the side here. What is up with that? Is that broken? Maybe it is. But there is no control lock for the rudder. The pedals are moving. The gust lock should be out. I think I took it out, but I'm gonna go out and check. That sound is so annoying. I'm gonna do it this way. And I'm gonna... No, but that noise is that's because of the Brunner pedals, and I fear that the fact that the rudders are not working might very well be that too. Oh, look at the clouds moving here. Just too good. So, I'm gonna do the correct thing and go outside of the plane while it's still running. Now it's moving freely when I wiggle it. I have a feeling... I have a feeling that this is a Brunner thing. I'm gonna try one... I'm gonna try settings first to check that the yaw is set for the correct... This thing with the Brunner thing is a weird beast. Let's see here. Come on, wake up. This problem is something I've kind of had in XP11 as well, but it worked, but it had some artifacts when I was in the pre-flight. But after that, I could deal with it. Let's see now if I get some response there. Come on, connect. Okay, so that it's at yaw. Now I changed some configuration in the yoke software here. Gonna see how that makes things work. Now that is working. Okay, so that's working. Let's see if... Now it's working. Okay. Actually, it feels like that sound is now... Okay, so I have some artifacts in the brakes now. That's the problem I had previously with the yoke. That. What do you see there? That's some interference with some weird thing in the AirFoilLabs plane. But I don't think that's gonna mess up my flying, because you see, it's behaving properly outside. It's moving as it should. So I think I'm good to go. So let's just go ahead and pretend that didn't happen. But it was probably a good thing that I did the control check. That's why you do the control check. Now I've probably been on idle for sufficiently long that I have gotten fouled spark plugs. That seems clear. That's good. Alright. And temperature, pressures, all of that. Green. Charging. Good. Okay. Then we go. Clear on the approach. And... well, actually, the runway is going that way, so... one of the things you probably should do is to... No, it's... yeah, it's... I could see her. That's the approach, that direction, so that's fine. See nobody here, so that's fine. And strobage, land light, and 17 degrees, I don't need anything else. Rich. And here we go. Dubuque traffic, Beaver 5 to fork out. Ah, good grief. Did I say that when I was taxiing? Dubuque traffic, Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf, taxiing runway 18. Dubuque. I probably did that. I've been flying the Beaver for so long now that I announced a Beaver taxiing to the runway. So that's excellent. I mean, I can see from here that the trees in the distance are 3D. Oh, so good. Okay, let's take it out. Engine power is set. Airspeed alive, and backup airspeed is also alive. And we go. I just have to be careful not to dip into the clouds here. Gonna have to do flyby. Pardon the non-ortho scenery here. This is stock explained with Sim America overlays. So it's not going to be the usual standard of scenery goodness, but going to have a look at the atmosphere instead, which is very atmospheric. Okay, I spy a highway over to my right here. I'm going to follow that all the way down to whatever the destination is. Dubuque traffic, Beaver. Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf is on a right crosswind, departing the area to the west at 1,700 feet. Final call, Dubuque. The plane seems faster than it was in XP11, but I may or may not have mistreated my Skyhawk a little bit when I was flying it in XP11, so it may have been ever so slightly worn out. So one thing I'm not very used to in XP11 is to get sudden changes in frame rate, and I'm probably getting that now because of the sunlight and all of this. It's kind of changing around how the simulator performs. What am I getting now? I'm getting 30 something frames. Isn't that what I'm seeing here? Yeah, 33. Let's just have a look around, see what changes. 25 when I look in that direction. 30 in that direction. Now I got 28, 27. Okay, if it's going that way, it's gonna end up at 0. Yeah, I don't want to keep looking at that. This is, of course, a beta, and all kinds of optimization is bound to be happening behind the scenes. But then again, it's also bound to be performing perhaps slightly worse if you load it up with ortho and all of that, but I don't know. Okay, so the plane is really squirrely, but it is on the windy side. When I was planning this flight, ForeFlight said that the winds aloft were close to 30 knots when just 3,000-4,000 feet above the ground. You have a 23 knot headwind already here, which is also why I'm not going very far, because I wouldn't be able to get very far. My ground speed is 80 knots, so that's not a very happy place for this plane. And I don't want to go into the clouds. I don't want to mess with IFR today. I just want to have a quick check to see what the deal was with this plane, and there is something going on in terms of the pedals and all of that mess. But it seems to be working decently. So, David, so you're still watching. Do you know how this thing here works? In terms of how to fix this hectopascal? There's probably a very clever place where it is. PFD? What is that? Not seeing anything. Wind, yeah, that's that. And DME, that's all navigation. Oh! Oh, there it is. Never mind. Ha! Altimeter unit. Standard barometer. Okay, so I can set that way. So that was into PFD, wasn't it? Okay. What is that? PFD? Primary flight display? Something like that? I'm not very happy about glass. But there's an analog version of this plane coming out soonest, I hope, at least. What is this? Timer ref. Timer, okay. So there's a stopwatch here. And I can add V-speeds and minimums. That is interesting. And of course nearest. Yeah, I know that I could have been very happy about flying behind glass if I went for it, but I just like round dials and wobbly gauges. What I don't like, however, is this type of scenery, where you have an obvious farmland and very jagged roads that are violently creeping through the landscape like that. That's one of the compromises of X-Plane, but I would like for that to be changed out for some good ortho, because it's so much more plausible. And as I said on previous flights, is just watching small clumps of houses that are really there in real life, just think that's somebody's living there in real life, having their life right there, miserable or not. That's where they live. And to just you know, fly through these landscapes and see all that happening. But I don't quite get that feeling now, because I know that these houses, for example, while it looks plausible for some distance, kind of takes me a little bit out of it. So I need ortho. Doesn't absolutely have to be Orbex, but I would love for the whole world to be plastered with True Earth. Or it doesn't really have to be the whole world. As long as I get the pilot edge area, then I'm happy. Okay, coming up on the town of Cascade. Let's just see if that's in any shape or way modeled. Probably not. I can see some blinking in the distance there. That may be reflections on something, or maybe it's the airport. Oh, the airport is right there. Okay. Let's change over to C-TAF. Okay, engine is good. The oil pressure is still pretty high. And I'm not running the engine very hard. Let's see, what does the oil pressure do when I... Yeah, okay, it remains high, but it's still on the green though. The immersion I get with these clouds though, it's amazing. I've never seen overcast as beautiful as this. It just feels... it feels right, and look at it, it's thicker and or slightly more foggy or whatever it is that way. Probably. Oh, looks like I'm flying into something here now, so I'm gonna be stopping this climb. Also, I need to figure out what the frequency for that, or the runway is. I'm gonna take a little bit of shade here, because that's what it's for. Let's see, is there any weather reporting here? Nope. So the closest I get is the south wind. And the runway here is 15. That's the best one for wind, so I'm going to take that. 15. So that will be left traffic runway 15. Set the course needle, so I have reference. Right. I'm veering outside of the the route. I'm going to be following that road, and this is where that town of Cascade should have been, right in that crossing here. Or actually, it's slightly forward, so actually this might be it, where those houses are. So there's at least something. But I can't see nothing. It's, I'm getting blinded here. Which is good. Yeah, the town is actually here. And it was a reflection of something. It was a river going through the town that was reflecting the sunlight that is somehow getting through the clouds. So this is the town of Cascade, Iowa. I think I'm in Iowa. And while this looks somewhat plausible-ish, I know that probably not one of these houses are sitting where they're supposed to. Well, actually, with the X America, they might be slightly better. I know you, David, you talked about some of these, you know, when you have these strangely shaped buildings, like for example this one here. That's probably because there is a building that is shaped more or less like that. So the oh, good grief, I'm getting out of hand here. So it might very well actually be better than I'm thinking, and it might be better, or it might still look bad because it's, as you said, sitting in a landscape that doesn't have any rhyme or reason in terms of what the buildings are dictating the landscape should be. So this shouldn't look like this below the buildings. It should be asphalt and all of that. Monticello traffic, Beaver Skyhawk 245 Golf is 8 miles northeast, 1,700 inbound to land, runway 15. Full stop will be entering on the left base. Monticello. Okay, so that's 3 out of 3 for now, for announcing as a Beaver instead of a Skyhawk. Oh, now look at this, it's raining. We've got rain. The small things. And it stopped again. Or is it still raining? I think it stopped again. But now we have a hole in the cloud. Which is probably where the sun came through. So, anyway. Yeah. So, I think I saw some post about this many weeks ago that the people or person behind Ortho for XP has kind of... oh, we've got a new follower. What is this? Medijur. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. And why would you follow someone who's flying a Skyhawk, of all planes? I usually fly a Beaver, so this is you're joining me at a very bad time. You're seeing me at my worst. The sim, though, is perfect. Look at this. Gorgeous thing. But yeah, as I was saying, I thought I saw something about Ortho for XP being finally talked about, brought into XP12. That they just had to spend some time fixing the water thing that you've also been talking about. I don't like this. The weather is really deteriorating around me now. I can't see anything. I see a crop circle, so that's good. And I have the road still, so I can follow that. So this is true IFR. Monticello Regional Traffic, Beaver 4 out of 4. Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf is on a 3 mile left base runway 15, full stop. Monticello. Okay, 4 out of 4. Okay. If I was flying the Beaver, I would have thrown in an approach for this airport just to have some visual guidance. Because I'm adept at programming the GNS 530, 430, I could have done that in a matter of seconds, but with this horrific shite that is the glass panel, I'm not able to do that quickly. It's probably easy, but I don't know the buttonology, so I'm not going to mess with that. So I'm seeing town here. So the airport should be nearby. Does it have a beacon? It should have a beacon. It's lighted at least. There's a... Oh, I see. Blinking. Ah, there it is. Perfect. Okay. Lights on. Gear down. Lighting checklist complete. I don't use a checklist. Yeah, go ahead and shoot me. Monticello traffic. Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf is on a 1 mile left base, runway 15, full stop. Monticello. Okay, I think I have it now. I think I am able to announce myself as the Skyhawk that I am. As you can see, here's the Skyhawk. Climbing into the IMC. This is on the marginal side. Let's try to avoid landing on the taxiway. Monticello traffic, Beaver, good grief. Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf, short final 15, full stop. Monticello. Yeah. 5 out of 4. No, 4 out of 5. Okay, I have a crosswind from the right. Not that much, but it is there. Flappage. Come on. Get over there. Oh, good grief. The brakes. Jesus. Okay, so where's the ramp? It's to the left. Monticello traffic. Skyhawk 245 Lima Golf. Clear off 15 to the left. Monticello. Okay. Almost 50%. Correct enunciation on the radio. That's not monstrous. I've done worse. No, I haven't. That is actually my worst. I may be doing it once or twice, but yeah, probably not very concentrated. But I gotta say, XP12 has it has all the potential. It's too beautiful to start describing properly. And this is just one scenario. This is just what the real world weather is right here, right now. but I've seen so many other weather scenarios, and I've seen how good they look. I've tried, of course, looking at really heavy weather. Try to move around in those clouds and just to see how they look, and it's yeah, it's the weather system in this sim now is immense. It's one of the things that attracted me to Microsoft Flight Simulator when that was announced and you know, released. But there's so many other quirks about Microsoft Sim that I just don't like. Oh, look at this! The reflection in the puddle here. In details like that, that's yeah, it's just an immersion enhancer. And how the plane is moving now because of the gusts of wind around here. Anyway, let's get this thing on the ramp. Flaps up, which I should have done earlier, but who cares? I'm not going to park by the fuel because I already filled. These planes are so ugly. I don't know what they are, but they are fantastically ugly. They look like they're kind of... that there's something wrong with them. So I'm gonna stop next to it. Okay, go a little bit further so I can kind of get it out of my sight. Okay, so here's another thing. I mean, the plane is actually still flying. Can I see a rudder effect here as well? Yep. Does it aileron 70 effect? Probably not much. No, nothing. Anyways, can I see the brake here? And that ugly sound, which I'm gonna cancel right meow. There it is. And what do I do now for shutting down? I just take the avionics and I'll just pull the mix. This engine doesn't seem that happy. It has some problems. Maybe I need to go out and stop it with my hands. You know, this is a very unhappy airplane. Or maybe it's too happy. It wants to go flying. I've never seen anything like that. I've seen this plane simulate whatever that is. I think it's... I'm just going to kill this noise. I think it's... what is it called? Is it a grounding problem? I've been staring at the screen for so long, so my eye is itching. But that is that was a ride. Maybe it's a grounding issue or some maladjusted mixture. Could it be pulled further out? Is that something? No, it's not that. By the way, I didn't know if this was modeled in the previous version of this AirFoilLabs plane, but it is modeled with this button that you click and then release when you pull it. But it also has vernier controls. So you can use the scroll wheel to do fine adjustments. And I don't know, maybe it had been adjusted in some way where I don't think that should be possible though. It should be coming all the way out when you pull it out, but yeah, I don't know why it did all that mess. Anyway, let's off with the lights and the bacon and ignition. I could have shut it down with the ignition. That would have been an option. And key off. And this should be turned to the left. And control lock. No, wait, yeah, I can take the control lock after I take the ignition key out. That's I remember trying to set the control lock once before taking the key out, and I couldn't because that key is supposed to be blocking from setting that up. So that's very clever. Alternator, battery, and standby battery off. So the cockpit is ready. And let's do the post-flight. With this ugly, geez, it's so ugly. I cannot believe this. This can be real. Ferrari. Well, I've seen prettier Ferraris. It has pusher prop configuration. It's just so weird. And canards. I mean, it's Beechcraft had or has a Starship. That is a weird looking plane too, but that one I really like though. But this is just a monstrous thing. This is a Super Hawk. November Cessna Skyhawk 172 super heavy. All of 180 horsepowers. There are so many horsepowers. You probably didn't see it because I was in the way. 180 horsepowers. So many of them that it doesn't even want to stop. So get that closed up. Thing, tie down, chocks. Still not wiggling around. Gas log. Sounds like it's needed with the wind that we're currently hearing. That's tie down. Is there anything else back here? No. Chocks. Oh, look at the reflection on the ground. Oh, gorgeous. Tie down. And yeah, cowling. So that should be all good, I think. It is a good looking sim, I have to say, and I can't wait to start properly flying the Beaver in the sim when everything is... Good lord, look at the nuclear detonation in the horizon here. And look at the clouds here moving around. Let's see if I can get a nice time-lapse shot. Isn't that gorgeous? That's just so good looking. I love flight simulators. Now, if I could have a shot like this next to the Beaver with a radial engine and the cowl intake and you know, the heavy wheels and struts, it's more like a muscle plane as opposed to this little weakling. But it's a very nicely modeled plane. I have some things I need to sort out with the oh, look at this. With the my yoke and rudder setup. But apart from that, I don't see many issues with this plane. Did I leave the beacon on? What is this? What is why what is this? It's not blinking. Did I leave the beacon on? But I turned the power. It's probably a bug. I'm gonna chalk it down to a bug. I don't forget things like that. I might be one of the people who, in time, will forget to lower his landing gear when I'm flying a plane like that. But I never forgot to turn off the beacon. No, I don't do that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope the people who enjoy or have watched the video on demand, whenever that comes out, have enjoyed that as well. And this little romp around the state of Iowa in the Skyhawk Beaver 524 Lima Golf Bravo Kilo Echo Alpha, something like that. And I cannot stop looking at this, but I got to stop. Good night and good luck. Thanks for joining me for a short flight.